Hello everyone! Welcome back to my channel. My name is Darwin and we will going to talk about Renè Descartes, the mathematician, and welcome to Casa Matematica! And now, we will talk about Renè Descartes. Renè Descartes has been dubbed the father of modern philosophy, but he was also known as the key figure in scientific revolution of 17th century, and is sometimes considered the first in the modern school of mathematics. As a young man, he found employment as a time of a soldier, essentially as a mercenary in pay of various forces, both Catholic and Protestant. But a series of dreams or visions, after meeting the Dutch philosopher and scientist Isaac Beckman, who sparked his interest in mathematics and in new physics. He concluded that his real path in life was to pursue of true wisdom and science. And now, we will talk about his contribution in history of mathematics. First is the Cartesian coordinate system. It was in law geometry that Descartes first proposed that each point in two dimensions can be described by two numbers on a plane, one giving the point's horizontal location and the other in the vertical location, which have come to be known as the Cartesian coordinates. He used perpendicular lines or axes crossing at point called the origin to measure the horizontal x and the vertical y, locations both positive and negative, thus effectively dividing the plane up to 4 quadrants. So what is Cartesian coordinates? Cartesian coordinates describe the position of point in two dimensions by giving its horizontal and vertical locations, thus allowing a series of points generated by an algebraic equation to be plotted visually as a line or curve in a graph. And here is the example of Cartesian coordinates. Second of his contribution in history of mathematics is rule of signs. Although analytic geometry was far away from Descartes' most important contribution to mathematics, he also developed a rule of signs, technique for determining the number of positive or negative real roots of a polynomial, invented or at least popularized the superscript notation for showing powers or exponents. For example, 2 to the 4th power to show an equivalent to 2 times 2 times 2 times 2, and rediscovered that the Bit-Iban-Karras general formula for amicable numbers as well as the amicable pair 9,363,584 and 9,437,056, which had also been discovered by another Islamic mathematician, Yazdi, almost a century earlier. Descartes' rule of signs. Descartes' rule of signs does not give the solution of a polynomial equation, but it does give the information of the number of positive and negative roots of the polynomial. It says that the number of positive roots of a polynomial px is either the number of times the sign changes or an even integer less than the number. Second, the number of negative roots of a polynomial px is either the number of times the sign changes in negative polynomial px or an even integer less than the number. Descartes noted that this rule only applies where the polynomial has a non-zero constant term and where the polynomial is written at descending power of x.